we'll pick our teams for this game. Complicated slightly by the Tottenham COVID outbreak. We don't quite know what's going to happen with them at the weekend. We might expect a couple of changes if that one goes ahead for the Newcastle one. But obviously we are recording this a little bit in advance. Alisson Gorsty will be in goal. Assuming that both games on this week, Thursday and Sunday, would you expect any changes in the back line, or is it just that same four once again?
Well, we know Klopp doesn't like that Thursday, Sunday lineup, does he? It's like the Wednesday, Saturday one, particularly with it being the Wednesday, Saturday lunchtime kickoff. It's a little bit later on the Sundays, and it's 4:30, but I still think he might look to chop and change quite considerably, actually, given that Newcastle aren't exactly a high flyer coming to Anfield. I think it could be a game for Ibrahim Konate at centre-back alongside Van Dijk, maybe even Tsimikas ahead of Robertson. I think Trent will play and Alisson will play and Van Dijk. Yeah,
I'm going to go with Konate as well. I think that there's a fighting chance for Tsimikas at left-back, Kai. Who do you expect to come in? Is there even a case for someone like Joe Gomez now back from injury? Is this maybe an ideal game to put him back into?
Yeah, I've got to say I was thinking exactly the same along the lines of Konate and Tsimikas. There's not a chance he's going to want to play Joel Matip 3 games in a week, with his injury records, and he's been great this season, and touchwood hasn't had an injury yet, but it's because Klopp's been able to manage his games and pull him out when he needs to, with the likes of Konate and Gomez available. It might come a little bit too soon for Gomez, perhaps, to be thrown straight into a Premier League match. He might be looking at maybe a cup or something to ease him back in. But yeah, for me, it would be Konate, and then just give Robertson that rest as well. And we've seen Tsimikas has been a more than able deputy when given the chance this season.
I'll stick with you for the midfield as well. I'm going to go with Naby Keita, actually. I think we might see him from the start, probably in place of Thiago. I didn't think had the best of games at the weekend. Who's your midfield going to be?
I'm actually going to stick with the Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho 3 myself. Naby Keita was there on Saturday, of course, and him and Gomez actually doing quite extensive work with the fitness coach after the game. Once all the other fans had emptied out, we were staying behind for another hour or so, and they had quite an intense program. So they're obviously not far away and working back towards that first start. But I just really enjoying that run of Thiago, Henderson, and Fabinho together, and Liverpool doing well with their results, and won 15 of 16 starts when Thiago and Fabinho started together. So I think just keep that 3 together as long as you can.
Yeah, I'm going to save them, I think, for Sunday. That's more in my head rather than using them against the Newcastle team that Liverpool should beat. Gorsty, who are you going to go with? Is a shout for Keita, Milner even, or possibly even Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Yeah, I'm more with you, Matt. I think it might be a nice time to bring Naby Keita back into it. He was obviously in good form before the injury, wasn't he? So I think he might play. Milner is also a good option. Don't think Oxlade-Chamberlain will play. I think he's obviously played on Saturday and then the game before on Tuesday in Milan, didn't he? So I think it might be a good opportunity for him to have a breather. So I think I'm minded to go with Henderson. So Henderson, Milner, and Keita a little bit further forward in my midfield 3.
Interesting. A couple of changes in there. We'll stick with you as well, Gorsty, for the attack. Roberto Firmino back in training now, but wasn't in the squad at the weekend. Diogo Jota was, but he only came off the bench. I suppose it's probably more likely to be Jota than on Thursday.
Yeah. Trying to make a case for Minamino. Trying to get him some rhythm, as Klopp always likes to talk about, doesn't he? But I don't know. I think I've made quite a lot of changes there in my defence and my midfield, so I'd be tempted to start Jota down the middle. I'm not too sure what Origi's status is. We will have to keep an eye on him, whether he trains or not this week. But I'll go with Salah, Mane, and Jota down the middle.
Which 3 are you going for, Kai? Is there an argument that if Origi is fit, you throw him in? Obviously, with AFCON in mind next month, it's probably worth giving him a bit of rhythm as well in the lead up to that.
Yeah, you could completely argue that. I think he was really unlucky to miss the game on Saturday with a slight knock. He's been in great form and seems to be building up a bit of rhythm before January, as we say. We're going to miss Salah and Mane for a handful of games, so it might be an idea to involve him. I'm going to start Jota, given that he was fit and was involved on Saturday, and then you've got Firmino and Origi on the bench there to come on and help themselves to a goal or two each.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of options for Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp to pick from. Just to finish then, we'll pick our score predictions. I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. That's probably quite a conservative estimate, really, for the number of goals that Liverpool will be aiming for. Gorsty, what do you reckon it might be on Thursday?
Yeah, I don't see any other outcome, to be honest. I think Newcastle will be quite willing to get men behind the ball, and I don't think they've got enough organisation or enough qualities to withhold Liverpool. So, shall we say 3-0?
Kai, is it a 3-0, or are you going for something slightly more ambitious?
I think it's a 3 at least. This is where you lose 1-0 and this clip gets played back. But let's go for a 4. Liverpool scored quite a few goals in their last few weeks. They've done 4 a few times, so let's go for a 4.
Yeah, absolutely no problems with scoring goals at the moment for Liverpool, so we'll see how it does pan out on Thursday. But that just about brings us to the end of today's podcast. Thanks to both Paul Gorst and Kai Delaney for joining me. I'm sure you know by now that we have all of the coverage of the Newcastle game across the Echo, Liverpool.com and Blood Red, and we'll be back on Friday with the next episode of this particular podcast to discuss that game and, of course, preview Tottenham on Sunday. Until next time, though, it's goodbye for now.